Hello, this is Piedra Luna Tarot 808. This is the new moon reading in Aquarius, January 21st for Scorpio and Sagittarius. I'm doing it in pairs and sometimes even getting a bit on the other houses because I feel the energy is expanding to the other houses. So with the new moon, we have 4 planets in Aquarius. And we're in Aquarius season, so there's a lot of shaking of the ground. There's a lot of quick changes. There's some truths coming out, especially with Pluto and Uranus. New things, and of course, new things and unexpected things are not. They can be great things, but sometimes for some signs, like in the other reading, like for Gemini and Taurus, they don't exactly like to have to take decisions on things. They don't know how to proceed, but that's going to be their lesson. If you have energy on Gemini, on Taurus, you might be feeling that, where you have to take decisions on the go. But I think for you, Scorpio and Sagittarius, that's not something difficult. You're more used to changes, and you have a quick energy, and so that is not going to play out much for you. What I see playing out for you, Scorpio, we have the Page of Wands here on the dice, and which I've made, and we have the Page of Wands here again. We have the Lovers. This is the White Numen Tarot, which is I feel it's very Aquarius, very different. It deviates a bit from the traditional Rider-Waite, but the energy is awesome for reading. The Lovers, the Seven of Wands, and the Ace of Wands and Page of Wands. That's a very, very strong sexual energy going on in there. Not that I'm surprised for Scorpio, because Scorpio, you rule the house of among other things, but of course of sex, of intensity, of lots of strong sexual energy. Usually people who are Scorpio are very fiery. But I see a situation for Scorpio, Sagittarius, but mostly if you have an activation of the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, as well as your Mars, because those are your actions, or Pluto or Uranus also. It might play out for you with the Lovers and the Seven of Wands. I feel such a strong sexual energy. This is going to be for some people, with people that make you feel very intense. Not because of fighting, not in no, but I don't feel it's negative. I don't feel it's negative at all. I just feel like it's like a collision. Either you might meet someone that at first you either get into this collision of energies, that you have very intense opinions about things, but you see yourself eye to eye and both have the same energy. You're here, if you see they both have their knees colliding, and they're very serious. One wants it his way and the other one wants it his way, and of course they're defending a point. So it could be for Scorpio. Scorpio, you're also the mind, psychology, what's hidden. You could be or encounter someone that you have very intense conversations with, not of fighting, because Seven of Wands is not a fighter. Seven of Wands is a person that is actually defending a point or a strategic point. In this case, we see 2 people, and that's why I feel like it's not like bickering, but I feel you meet someone, or there's either if it's someone you meet or it's someone where you have such a strong intensity of opinions, but in the end you realize that you're both fighting for the same thing, and that like those heated conversations, I feel heated conversations with the Ace of Wands, that's so phallical and such a strong fire energy. With the Page of Wands, it feels again that fiery energy of passion, like a volcano, like those like those like uh, like those books you read on romance and are all super steamy, you know, they're like in a way like almost like soft porn. Very strong, very, 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 very strong energy, something very magnetic, but like in the right moment. It's an intensity you don't feel with anybody else. And I was asking, okay, if this is this something casual, like it's going to be for Leo and probably Cancer, if you have an influence of those signs, that there's a cautionary tale to be cautious about sexual rendezvous with anybody, that they might not played out as you want. But then the cards that I got is actually the Four of Wands, which is of course of relationships, of weddings, of commitments. Three of Pentacles, which is working together. The triangle and the circle of actually finding that with this person that you have so much intensity, you actually have a lot of common grounds. But the igniter of this commitment is, of course, the intensity that is felt between the two. Now, it could be a not only sexual, it could be like another kind of relationship, business relationship, but where the click is done by um, a magnetism and of fiery energies, which are not afraid to collide. They're not afraid. Like usually when people you meet someone, you try not to. Not everybody. I don't do that, but some people try to tone down who they actually are, and they tone down how maybe they have strong opinions about certain things, but in this case, this is going to be something positive. Like, because neither of them are afraid to say what they think, and defend their stand, and they defend it with such passion that is actually, and they're like, they meet each other in the same level. This is gonna play out pretty well. Like, this is like the kind of fiery energy of two people that are actually can work together because they're not afraid to have heated logical conversations or heated positions about anything, and that actually is what sparks the relationship. With the strength, I feel like it can be worked out. You both have the strength and the power. If you feel you meet someone like this in a job relationship, it could also be a friendship as well. But there's a strong, I mean, like a friendship if with your same gender, if you're not gay, and of course if you're gay with the other gender. Um, if it's two people that are could potentially be romantically involved, they're probably going to be romantically involved. So just have that in mind. You can have friendships, but it will have to be like non-sexual for it to be only a friendship. Like non-sexual because you don't like the other person, because that gender that the person that belongs to is not the gender that you like for example, such things. And there's a great energy for there to be 10 of cups of like, this is well canalized passion, well canalized inspiration. This could be a project as well. This could be two people that can get real with each other and create something nice and harmonious, which is pretty interesting energy. Let's see, we got 9 minutes. So, okay, let's go with Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I didn't, apart from the Chariot, I think, which is over here, the Chariot, which is heading on the house of Sagittarius. I feel Sagittarius and Scorpio, you're going to have this playing out, which I'm reading over here. But also for Sagittarius, you're going to be feeling a bit of the Aquarius energy of tower moments, because I did get the tower for you. Let's see. We had the tower, very Aquarius, of course, another time. And Four of Wands, you've been healing from tower moments that have been happening left and right, all of a sudden in the Chariot way, like they come rushing to you, and you've been doing healing. Probably you've been, maybe, possibly some could have been feeling in it could have been a difficult financial situation. It could have been tower moments where, now especially with the economy, where you were fired from your position, or even several times, because it's kind of normal right now with how the world is working and the recession. They're cutting personnel up and down and all around. Instead of doing better management, they're blaming it on the little people, but that's another topic. Where you felt like you've used your best judgment, and still you've been hurt by things that happen, but that is life. Even if you make the best decision, it's not only up to you. You cannot control how other people are gonna behave, and that was part of the lesson that you had to go through. Sagittarius, or if you have Sun, Moon, or Rising, or your Mars, or Pluto, or Uranus, or even Saturn as well. With the Emperor, you have had to learn to take defeats that come with taking decisions. Some decisions, it seems to be like the right and the best decision, but only God knows exactly how things are going to play out. Remember, there's always the free will, even if there's energies coming from the planets and the houses and the way they're going to affect us, we can kind of feel and see how things are going to happen. But still, all the players have free will, so that changes the panorama a lot. That changes the timelines very quickly. And I feel that if you learn that lesson, to know that even if you make the best decisions, they can go to shit, because you're not in control of everything. That was part of the lesson, and that slow and steady wins the race. Now with the Knight of Pentacles, everything that has brought you down, the tears, the Five of Pentacles, the breaking down, is part of your curriculum now. All those bad experiences, they make you a mature emperor in your life, to take decisions and to be in dominion of your life. And after heartache, either it kills you or make you stronger. So if you're still standing, you're stronger. And you probably had to deal with feeling weaker and having to care for your wounds. But that's part of life as well, and even maybe take medication. That knowledge, that patience, that Knight of Pentacles, that experience in your curriculum is going to bring you to the Ten of Pentacles, where you're going to be able to bring generational fortune and wealth for your family. We're going to be more solid. We're going to have your things in order, where you're going to be known as an authority in your field. With the Nine of Pentacles, you're going to, of course, that financial freedom where you can enjoy yourself. There's like a big switch of energy, of the wheel turning from like your harsh life lessons, or those lessons where you had to learn that even when you make the best decisions, things can still go to shit. It's part of life. And you're coming out of that lesson. If you came out of that lesson spiritually stronger, the wheel is going to change in your favor, where you no longer need to be presented with those lessons, where you're that heartache that you went through, maybe those swords in the back, those people that betrayed you, or things that were not fair or just. You're seeing it in a different way with the Hangman, or other people are seeing it in another way. You're going to receive messages about that, about something in particular that broke your heart. Could have been, for you it feels, well, also workplace and relationships. I don't feel that relationships are hard. I feel more like life in itself. Jobs, probably, your structure, the solidity in your life. And I feel there's going to be messages that you receive, that who you thought was the rotten apple, or who you felt with the high priestess in your intuition, that where the corruption was, or where the problem was. You're going to see messages, or you're going to receive messages that are going to say, yeah, you were right. and we mistreated you for something that didn't end up actually happening. And but that, like that harshness or that heartbreak, that three of pentacles, the three of swords actually is gonna work in your favor. It was a life lesson that is gonna bring you into the Emperor. It made you stronger and more sure of yourself after, of course, the difficult healing time. And it's gonna put you it's gonna upgrade your life in a way. And I feel for you, Sagittarius, there's a strong Aquarius energy. You're not going to know exactly what's going to happen because it's supposed to be a secret. It's a tower moment. Towers, uh, we're not supposed to know what the tower is, the tower moment. It's supposed to come and hit us from left field. So you're going to realize how all the pieces of the puzzle start coming together on regards to those situations. So I'm going to leave it here and I'm going to continue with the last three signs.